Hello guys. So today I'm going to be showing you how to conduct product research to find a product to start selling on Amazon for private label. And I'm going to be taking you through a step-by-step guide on using Helium 10 to do that, right? This will very much be a Helium 10 tutorial and it will be really geared towards sellers in the UK. But if you're elsewhere like Europe, USA, Canada, all these concepts will still be very useful, right? So I'm Neil Mayani and I'm a seven-figure Amazon seller, and I want to show you guys exactly how I would use Helium 10 to find a product to start selling on Amazon for private label right now, right? So this will be about finding products for you to start selling under your own brand name on Amazon, right? By the way, if you don't want to be scribbling away notes, click on the link below and I'll send you all the notes for this process so you don't have to memorize it and you can actually watch this video, right? So, starting with product research. Product research is a really, really critical step to becoming successful at selling on Amazon, right? So, when you start conducting product research to find something to start selling on Amazon, I personally recommend looking at these five factors, right? So, the first thing you're considering is ensuring that the product isn't too competitive. This is because of reduced costs, as you won't be competing with big brands who can easily undercut you and have large advertising budgets. For example, Nike, right? You don't want to be trying to sell trainers with your competitor being Nike because you're always going to lose. They're always going to have a much better product, much bigger marketing budget, and you're going to get squashed in every single direction, right? So you're looking for something that isn't too competitive and doesn't have a lot of big players in there. Now, the second thing you're looking for is a high search volume, right? This is because a lot of people are searching for these particular types of words and looking for this particular type of product, which means the product is in high demand, right? So that means something that's being searched on Amazon with a high search volume, any kind of key term, that means it's a product that is in demand, right? The third thing we're going to be considering is we're looking for something that's small and light, ideally something that weighs less than 1.3 kilos per unit, right? This is because you'll incur less shipping and storage costs if your product is smaller and lighter, right? Your FBA fees will also be lower for delivery as well if your product is quite small and light. Now, so the fourth thing that you want to be considering is you're looking for a product that is being sold between 15 and 35 pounds, right? The reason we go for 15 on our lower end is to protect your volume of profits so that any small costs that tend to rack up won't be eating away at your profit margin. And the reason we keep 35 pounds at our upper end is because research shows that most products that tend to sell on Amazon quickly tend to be priced 35 and below. Right? Now, the fifth consideration that we want to be keeping in mind is the profit margin of the product should be 25% or more at a bare minimum, right? Now, we actually want to be scaling up our profit margin to 35%. That doesn't mean, however, that we're going to be turning our nose away at products that are providing a 25% profit margin, simply because once you're making that 25% profit margin, it's very, very easy to scale your profit margin up to 35%, right? So you'll be missing out a lot of opportunities there if you're not accepting that 25% profit margin. So I always say make sure 25% profit margin is your bare minimum because then you're going to be able to expand that profit margin. Right? Ideally, if you follow these factors, you should see 250 to 350 pounds in sales on Amazon per day, which is sustainable, and you can begin to actually scale out to new products using that turnover and profit, right? That's the exact same thing that I did with my brand Proxinova. So after I managed to launch my first product successfully into creating a sales revenue of 250 to 300 pounds per day, it allowed me that turnover and revenue and profit as well to actually start funding research and launches for other products that are very, very similar to this first successful product, right? So, for example, after this first product, I was able to branch out into this second product, third, fourth, fifth, right? And as you can see from this example here, really all I'm doing is reinventing the first idea that I found from my original product research, right? So I found this first idea doing product research once, right? So I only had a 1 month subscription to Helium 10. It found me this first product. And once I found this first product and it was so successful, all I did was reiterate this exact same product over and over and over and over again in different design variations so that it gave us a whole new product range within Proxinova, right? And that all came from one idea. So with that, through Helium 10, if you can find yourself one winning idea that helps you get to 250 to 350 pounds per day in sales on Amazon, then that will give you that profit margin and that turnover to enable you to keep expanding further, right? And as I say, all you're doing is using the exact same idea and making it look a little bit different. right? And that can really give you a whole product range of several successful products selling profitably from one idea, right? Now, on to Helium 10. Helium 10 is a software that can be used to conduct product research on Amazon, and it helps you optimize your listing as well, right? Now, it's super important and extremely helpful to being successful at selling on Amazon. But this can all be done without Helium 10, but the learning curve is much, much, much steeper, right? So using Helium 10 will make this a lot quicker and easier. Now, I've used this exact same tool to help me find my first six-figure product, and it helped me grow my business past £1 million in sales per year, right? Now, with this, I'm personally able to guarantee to help my clients get to £10,000 per month selling on Amazon. So this has been a really powerful tool in my business, and I really hope it can help you even more. So Helium 10 has actually evolved quite a lot since I first started using it. So, it was very, very basic when I found success with it. So I'm hoping that with all these new features, it should be even more useful for you, right? Now, I'm going to show you step by step how to conduct product research using Helium 10. If you don't have Helium 10, click on the link below and I'll give you my discount code, and that will actually give you 10% off. Okay, so once you log into Helium 10, what you're going to do is you're going to come across this dashboard here, and the first thing you're going to click on is Tools. And from here, under the Product Research tab, you're going to click Black Box, right? Now, once you click on Black Box, you're going to be shown this page here. Once you're here, you're going to click on Advanced View. Now, on Advanced View, you're going to change the marketplace to Amazon.co.uk, right? Because that is the first marketplace that we're going to be starting to sell in. So the data that we're going to receive is going to be the most accurate and most relevant if we're conducting it in the same marketplace geographically, right? Now you can also repeat this exact same search for the US marketplace, so Amazon.com, just to see some other interesting ideas. But I definitely recommend starting with Amazon.co.uk if you're going to be selling in the UK, right? Now, the first thing you're going to look at is under product is category and subcategory, right? So once you're here, I highly recommend under this tab here. So to my clients, what I always recommend for product categories is to look at first automotive, baby products, beauty, DIY and tools, garden, home and kitchen, lighting, pet supplies, sports and outdoor, stationery and office supplies, right? Those are the categories that I would recommend inputting right here, right? Now, the next stage that we're going to be looking at, by the way, if you don't want to be scribbling away notes, click on the link below and I'll send you all the notes for this process so you don't actually have to memorize it. You can actually watch this video peacefully. The next thing we're going to be looking for is shipping size, right? So in the shipping size, we're going to select everything except large oversize and standard oversize, right? So large letter, small envelope. Sorry, let's start from the top. Small oversize, large oversize, we're not going to leave ticked. Small letter, standard envelope, standard parcel, not standard oversized, extra large envelope, small parcel, right? So all of those ticked. Now, in minimum weight, what you're going to input here is we said we're looking for something that weighs no more than 1.3 kg. So 1.3 times 2.2, if you're converting it back into pounds, would be roughly 3 pounds, if my math is correct. So here you're looking for something that weighs no more than 3 pounds, right? Now, the fulfillment option you're looking for is FBA, right? Because we're looking for a product which is being fulfilled by Amazon, as this will really allow you to scale your business using that model, right? Now, the next place you're going to be looking for is competitors, right? The number of sellers that you want as a minimum is going to be one, and the maximum number of sellers you want is also going to be one, because we want just one seller of the product, right? Now, when we come to sales, the next tab, in price, we're looking for a product which is selling for at least £15, right? And we are looking for a product which is selling for a maximum of £35, right? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to look for monthly sales revenue of a minimum of £8,000, right? So under here, ASIN revenue. ASIN stands for Amazon Stock Identification Number. So what we're going to put here is 8,000. And under parent level revenue, we're going to put 8,002. So parent level revenue means, are you looking for products with variations? So color variations, size variations, whatnot, which we are, right? Now, once you've input all of these things here, the next page should give you a full list of products based on these filters that you've input here. Now, these results that you get, if you've put in the exact same things as I have here, you should get some quite similar results, but they will be quite time dependent, right? So seasonality will affect what your results look like as well. Now, once we've input everything here, we're going to be clicking search. So this page will give you a full list of products based on the filters that you input, right? So let's start scrolling and get some ideas. There appear to be quite a few home and kitchen and beauty ideas as well. But let's start with the very first result, in fact, right? So let's hover over this product here. Now, it looks like this product here is actually quite a good idea. It's a 100% Egyptian cotton duvet cover set, right? And it is a product which has 28 variations, which is quite a few variations. However, this specific variation, which appears to be a size double color white, this particular variation, so this one variation out of the other 28 variations, is doing more than £8,000 in sales every month, right? So this one variation, they're selling 500 units of it, right? However, if we open up this product here, we can see, as I say, they've got many variations of this, right? They've got size variations and color variations. However, of just this one size and color variation, double white, what we can see is that one variation is selling more than 500, almost, sorry, 500 units a month. And they've got a monthly sales revenue of more than £8,000, right? And that is really, really good just for that one variation. However, what we can see is overall, this listing, including all these other variations, is actually doing 2,600 units a month, and it's making sales of more than £45,000 a month, right? So this listing is pulling in some serious numbers, right? And with that, even though it's got 28 variations, one of those variations is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, right? £8,000 is coming from just this one product here, right? So in size double, color white, that is making them £8,000 a month and doing almost £500 in sales. Now, the other variations, so the other colors and sizes combined are doing 2,600 units a month in sales and doing a sales revenue of £45,000. So that is a serious number. So while there are a lot of variations to consider here, so it's four different sizes and six different colors, it's certainly worth it because that allows you to pull in some serious numbers here, right? The other great thing that I'm noticing about this listing here too is that it's not got a huge number of reviews, right? There are only 773 ratings. Now that might seem like a lot, but anything lower than 1,000 is a relatively small number when you look at how many listings there are on Amazon, right? Generally, anything under 1,000 seems to be something that's not massively established. And what we can see further to having not a huge number of reviews, we can also see that it's got a rating of only 4.3, right? So it's not even 4.5 or above. So this is looking like a really, really nice idea because, it doesn't have a huge number of reviews. It doesn't have a very high rating. It's got a really good sales revenue for its highest variation. It's got a really good sales revenue for all the other variations. It's not a massively complicated product. This isn't a brand that, I've ever heard of, and it's not a seller that I've ever heard of. So this seller with low ratings, a low number of reviews, and it's an unheard of brand and seller, they're still managing to make £45,000 a month in sales selling this product on Amazon, right? So this is a really good idea to start with. Now, the next thing you're wanting to consider once you have decided that this is a product that is, not too competitive, it's got a high sales volume, it's small and light, meaning, less than 1.3 kgs or less than 3 pounds. It's selling between 15 and 35 pounds. The last thing you want to be considering is now the profit margin, right? And as I say, you're looking for something that has got a profit margin of roughly 25% or more, right? Once you're able to achieve that profit margin of roughly 25%, it's going to be very, very easy to scale your profit margin up to 35% or more, which is what our next step will be, right? So the best way to start figuring out this profit margin is to actually jump back to black box and hover your mouse over this product that we've seen here, right? And as we do that, what we can see here is black box is estimating this product's FBA fee to be £6.28, right? So once you take away £6.28 from 16.99, this seller will be left with a revenue of roughly just more than £10, right? Now, assuming that this product is, as an example, roughly £4 or £5 to actually manufacture and ship, we're assuming they're left with a profit of roughly £5 per unit per product, right? Now, if you were to take that profit of £5 per unit for every item sold on Amazon at a price of 16.99, and you times that by the number of sales that they're doing, it looks like this seller is doing something like 10, 12,000 pounds, 13,000 pounds even a month in profit from just this one item, right? And that is very, very cool. 13,000 pounds a month profit from this one item is exactly the kind of product that we're going to be looking for, right? Now, by the way, as I keep saying, if you don't want to be scrolling away notes of everything that I'm saying here, click the link below and I'll send you all of the notes for this process so you don't have to memorize this. You can actually just watch this video and absorb what you're watching here, right? So if you jump back to this product page where you found that product that you're interested in starting to sell on Amazon in your own brand, what we're going to do from here is click on the brand name to see what other products are included under this brand, right? And this will just show you the potential of selling on Amazon when you have the right products. And you can see there are a lot of other products that you can start spreading your wings out into, right? There are a lot of other opportunities that you can start considering as you go forward from here, right? Now, once you have this product idea using Helium 10, so here's our product idea right here. What you're going to do is you're going to get this product's ASIN from the Amazon page. The way you're going to find the product's ASIN, by the way, the ASIN is a 10-digit alphanumerical code that identifies each unique product on Amazon. ASIN, ASIN, stands for Amazon Stock Identification Number, right? And you can find your product's ASIN by scrolling down through the page. And just here, you'll find around halfway to a quarter down the page, you'll find the ASIN is here, right? The ASIN always begins with the letter B0, right? So every ASIN is going to be starting with B0, right? So here we've found the ASIN, right? So what you're going to do once you've found this ASIN is you're going to copy this ASIN, right? So I'm just going to highlight that and copy it. And you're going to Google UK FBA calculator, right? Once you Google UK FBA calculator, what you're going to do is click on this first result here, which is a sellercentral.amazon.co.uk page, right? Once you click on that product here, what you're going to do is you're going to click on sign in as guest, paste your ASIN into the search bar and just press search. Now, say we want to sell this product for $16.99, we would enter this price here into the item price. And under the Amazon fulfillment heading, because we're going to be using the FBA option, what we're going to do is scroll down and in cost of goods sold, we're going to enter our product cost, right? Now, once we enter our product cost here, we're going to have a very accurate gauge of what product margin we're going to be making here, right? VAT registered, you can just erase that, right? Now, let's say, for example, the cost of goods for this product here, so the landed cost of this product is, let's say, for example, £5, right? Now, if the cost of your goods would be £5 and you are selling it on Amazon FBA for 16.99, you would receive back a net profit of £5.47 per item sold as profit, right? And that margin is going to equate to a 32% margin, right? So that rough number of £5 as your cost price is a pretty accurate number, actually, right? Now, in order to actually verify what your cost of goods are going to be, what you're going to do is go on to Alibaba, right? So I'm going to switch here to Alibaba. And what you're going to do is search the product name, right? So for example, we're looking for Egyptian cotton duvet cover set, right? So you don't need to search the whole thing, just the main keywords. So right here, we're going to search Egyptian cotton duvet cover set. Now, once we're here, what you're going to do is start looking through some of these results here. And as you can see, when we're running through these supplies, I typically tend to actually look for supplies, by the way, that have been selling for more than 5 years. So for example, here you can see this supply has been selling for 15 years, right? We basically want to get in touch with a bunch of suppliers and request samples to see if the product is actually good quality and adheres to regulations. So now, how do we tell if the product category that we've chosen is competitive or not? Helium 10 has a product research tool to help with that, right? So let's switch back to Helium 10. From here, you're going to click Tools, and under Tools and Keyword Research, you're going to click Cerebro, Reverse Product Lookup, right? Now, Cerebro is a tool that gets all the relevant competitor data and information, right? So what you're going to do again here is you're going to paste in the ASIN that was of interest to you. So again, you're going to scroll down, find your ASIN, copy it, and paste it into Cerebro, right? And then you're going to click Get Keywords. Now, it'll take a couple of seconds to actually fetch all of that data. But what you're going to do next is under the filters heading, which is just about to pop up below. Under this filters heading, what you're going to do is go straight to search volume, right? Now, under search volume, you enter 500 for a minimum search volume and 100,000 for a maximum search volume, right? So is that 100,000? Lost count of the zeros there. Yep, 100,000, right? Now, under organic rank, which is going to be here, you're going to enter a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 15, right? Now, what you're going to do is scroll down the page and apply your filters. So from here, we're going to scroll down to the keywords section and we're going to look here at search volume and we're going to sort in descending order, right? So we want that to be sorted in descending order. Now, so for example here, Super King Duvet Set is getting 14,000 searches per month and has a CPR of 45, right? CPR is the estimated number of units to be sold over the next 8 days, resulting from the search of this keyword. And it means you only need to sell 45 units in the next 8 days to be ranked on the first page for this keyword here. Selling 45 units on Amazon to get onto the first page is very doable, and I recommend going for products with a CPR of less than 50. What I do myself and what I teach my own students how to do from start to finish is take you from a blank slate of literally zero experience to launching your own brand of products to start selling on Amazon, even if you have no idea what to sell yet, right? So I help you use Helium 10 and a few other organic methods to find a product to start selling on Amazon, then look for a relevant supplier who is also trustworthy, then figure out the profit that you should be making, create a brand around that product, list that product on Amazon, make that listing look really, really nice, optimize that product, advertise that product. Then from there, what I'll be doing is showing you how to scale your business to more than £10,000 a month selling on Amazon. By the way, on that note, if you are doing private label, whatever you sell, make sure to buy a really small amount first to avoid losing money if it doesn't go well. You won't make money on that first batch because that's not the point. You want to make sure you can sell that first batch before buying bigger volumes. If you can't sell 20 units, you won't be able to sell 1,000 units, right? There are some people who say that this doesn't work and it's old, but the market continues to grow every single year, right? While more sellers do join as well, 99% of those sellers fail because most people sell the exact same kind of obvious products. Things like iPhone charging cables, smartphone cases, yoga mats, water bottles, reed diffusers, selfie sticks. Stop me if I come across an idea that you've already thought, right? This has been amazingly successful for myself and all of my students because we look for unique ideas that most people are overlooking, right? That is where the money is, and that is where you should be looking for. Now, the best bit is if you set up things correctly to start with, it's very, very passive to maintain. It's going to be like your own personal money machine. If you want to learn some free tips that I've learned over the last 8 years in selling millions of pounds of products on Amazon, just click the link below to learn my free tips and you can learn them for free. So if you do have any questions at all or get stuck with anything or something doesn't make sense, just simply reply to the notes that I email you and I'll be able to get back to you and help you with whatever you need. The exact same thing goes for the free tips. So click that link below and get my notes on this process as well as my free tips. Reply to either of those emails if you do have any questions at all, and I'll be happy to clarify your understanding of anything that doesn't make sense to you, right? So that is absolutely everything for today. As I say, it's a pretty much step-by-step guide on using Helium 10 to find a product to start selling on Amazon, particularly for private label, right? Now, of course, there is a lot more to it than this. And as I promised, there'll be a lot more videos to come to help break that down for you to understand this more easily and in more detail. So if you did like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video so you don't miss out on those free guides, so that you don't just save money getting started selling on Amazon, but you also learn to make more money selling on Amazon too. If you do have any comments, suggestions, or anything that you'd want to say, please drop them in the comments below and I'll be replying to all of them too. I hope this has been really useful for you. Reply to my notes or guides if you do get stuck. And thank you guys so much for watching today. Happy selling, and I hope to see you in the jungle.